Your brain is literally wired to reject the life that you say you want. I see brilliant people every day, creators, entrepreneurs, heart centered healers who are doing the right things, the affirmations, the vision boards, the morning routines, but their biology is screaming no. You aren't lazy, you aren't broken, and you do not need more willpower. You need a developmental identity update. And today, we are definitely going to be going beyond basic mindset, beyond thinking positive. I'm showing you the science of how your mind learns to stay stuck, the behavioral loops to keep you small, and the exact shift required to bypass your body's safety protocols so you can move into your next level identity. Welcome to Infinite You. I'm Dr. Sheri, beautiful souls, and I have spent well over 20 years as an entrepreneur. I've been a psychologist for over 20 years, and definitely am a multidimensional mindset mentor and human potential catalyst. My work is all about bridging the gap between clinical science, quantum reality, and consciously creating your life through the vibration of the thoughts, of the programming, and the identity you hold. That's the key. That is the secret. I have been and have seen and have studied the mechanics of the science of mind from research that I've done, the studies that I've done, but I've also seen the mechanics and the reality of my near-death experience in my 20s. I do not want to belabor this story. I've shared it many, many times before, and I don't need to talk about me, but I do want to share one little piece of it with you because it definitely gave me a front row seat in how malleable your life actually is, the energy of who you are across time, through time, right? Time is not linear. So if you are ready to stop fighting your own learning curves and staying stuck in the quagmire of what you think you are stuck with your identity, I want you to know that you can begin to architect your future, your reality, your life as a very powerful, energetic being, as a conscious creator. That is why you are here. So go ahead, hit subscribe if this video resonates with you. Go ahead and share this with someone who may need it, and let's dive right in. In educational psychology, we study how the brain automates pathways to save energy, to make the brain efficient. And so your brain's primary job is survival. And to your primitive brain, survival equals repeat what we did yesterday, keep us safe. Safety is huge for us human beings. It is the biologic mechanism for helping us survive, quite literally, so we can actually reproduce. And this is a part of the journey, and this is a part of the biochemistry of our brain. We get addicted to the biochemistry of our thoughts. And inside your brain, the basal ganglia, your center for automated habits, will definitely view the unfamiliar as a threat. Even if your familiar life is stressful or tight, your brain knows how you survived it. But if you begin to launch a new project or step into a new vision that you're holding for yourself, a new creative pathway, or anything that your brain seems out of sorts, out of character, or unsafe, your brain will trigger a biological alarm. So you're not self-sabotaging, right? This is not psychological. This is right at the very, very beginning base of it. It is biological. You are experiencing your own biologic learning block, and your brain is protecting the version of you that it knows is safe. This is why thinking positive doesn't work, because you're trying to use a 3D thought to overwrite a 4D behavioral loop. So, what can you do about this? First of all, it goes much deeper than habits, right? And I think changing a habit is great. Changing a habit of mind is even better, because it's biochemistry. And every emotion you feel releases a chemical cocktail into your bloodstream. And so if you have spent years in hustle mode or not enough mode or whatever mode you've been in, your cells have literally learned to be addicted to those particular thoughts and those particular stress hormones. And so when you try to step into ease and abundance and freedom and expansion, your body literally goes into an actual biochemical withdrawal. And so it will create drama or doubt just to get its fix of the old stress chemicals, of the old biologic neurotransmitters that your body has become addicted to. But here's the quantum edge in all that, and I hope that that makes sense to you. Think of, and I want to say this in a different way, think of it like in a neural pathway. Or when I used to teach cognitive psychology, I would talk about cognitive schema, and I don't want to bore you with the details, but let's just say, your car broke down and you have to go rent a car. You have schema set up in your brain where you know where the ignition is, where the radio is, where the gas pedal is, where the gear shift is, right? Where the button is to unroll the window, where the air conditioning is. So even though not every car is exactly the same, you can feel pretty confident navigating how a different car works or a different airport works or anything different, right? And the feeling when things are very unfamiliar in a new car or a new airport or a new place that you've never been, right? You know that you need to adjust to that, but because you are thinking thoughts where you are aware of the newness of it, you are, sort of prepping your brain chemistry for that possibility. And so schema really work the same way in terms of your reaction to reality, reaction to other people. If you are deeply addicted to the biochemistry of feeling jealous or insecure, right? It works exactly the same way. So whatever it is, and I talk about this in a multidimensional way, as I always do. We are 3D, 4D, and 5D. I know people talk about dimensionality in very different ways, but for the purposes of this video, 3D is your conscious mind, your physical reality. 4D is your subconscious mind, your emotions, your thoughts, your programming, your identity, your beliefs are all in 4D. And in 5D, that is the soul level, your super conscious mind, the truth of who you are, the expansive, all-wise version of who you are that is always connected, that is never freaking out about what is going on in 3D reality, right? It's the wisdom part of who you are. It is the truth of who you are. It is the essence of who you are. So you can always make a shift in a really cool way by looking at your whatever's going on for you at a much higher level of your being. Zoom out, go to 30,000 feet. That is the quantum edge. It is the epigenetic signal. Your identity is the signal you send to your cells, your reactions, your beliefs, your programming. So to change your life, you have to signal your DNA that your new power, your new perception, your new identity, your new way of seeing things is safe. You have to teach your body a new way of being before that reality shows up. It is definitely vibrational. It is definitely energetic. It is definitely paying attention and remembering that what you are currently seeing in your physical reality is old news. So you are creating from the vibration of I am. You are creating from the vibration of I am. What does that mean? What do you want? Who are you? What is your vision? What do you want to create? Be in the vibration of that human, of that woman, of, whoever is watching this video. Be in the vibration of what it is you are desiring to create as if it already is. I have said this in my last couple of videos because it's kind of timely right now with Uranus moving into Gemini. It is a 7-year window that we will be in until 2033. And this is really about radical self-awareness, radical authenticity, and it is making these old circuits easier to break. The air energy is shaking up the mental construction site, right? This is all about Gemini ruling third house of communication, of technology, of putting yourself out there in your communicative, authentic way. You are being given what I call a universal pattern interrupt. So you do not need decades of healing. You really need a narrative collapse. You need a vibrational identity collapse. Move into who you want to be. How do you know? Ask your soul. Ask your 7-year-old self before your programming, before all this stuff kind of hit you and told you who you were. Who are you? Do not identify as the student who is trying to learn, and start identifying as the architect who is already designing, already creating. Your soul is ready to broadcast. We just have to teach your hardware, your software, how to listen, right? So it is energetic. It is part physics, quantum field, definitely biologic, definitely evolutionary, right? The new thoughts that you want to feel, connect with your soul, the essence of who you are. Let your body know it's okay because you're aligning with your authentic, creative, expansive self. You are evolving in this new energy, this new level up of self-awareness, like I said, and Uranus and Gemini. Communicate that to the world, to yourself, to your cells, to your inner being, right? So get into alignment with that essence. You are a powerful co-creator of your reality. So how can you bypass your brain's safety alarm system? Do this the next time you feel resistance. It's energetic, right? We're intuitive beings. So if you are in one frequency of, I want that, this is the vision I have, but then that old pull, your biology is kind of bringing you down a notch in terms of your frequency, and you can feel that mismatch, like I have been saying in other videos. In terms of neuro-linguistic programming, do something to snap yourself out of it. Literally clap your hands, snap your fingers, interrupt that automated neural loop. And then, like I said, get into that 30,000 foot view. You know who you are. You know who you are at the soul level. Think back to who you were before the programming. Soften your gaze and ask yourself, am I in danger or am I expanding? Right? And then remember, the identity command is my body, my mind, my cells. We are safe in this new frequency. I am connected to me at the soul level. You are educating your nervous system that expansion and creativity and your highest vision are definitely not a threat. You are so safe aligning with your soul. You are so safe aligning with your soul. The universe and God don't want you to be any other way. And so, if you are ready to stop being a prisoner of your old learning patterns and you are ready to start co creating, consciously architecting your life, your future, your reality, I would love for you to go down below in the description box and click on the link for my Quantum Identity Playbook. This is a $7 bridge that I created to help you move from trying to moving into your identity by design. It is the manual for your next level frequency. And like I said, the link is below. You can also click on the link for my human design session. It is all about helping you see exactly how your soul, your energy is uniquely wired to create. And I sometimes call it my quantum blueprint session, but look for the human design session link down below. And it'll give you a much broader perspective of all of the things that make you you, that make you magical, that make you amazing, and your unique energy type and the strategy that you can use to create, to interact with the world, with each other, when to pull back, when to be out there, the whole bit. It is just an amazing session. So I will put the link for that below. And then if I did not mention this, I will put the link below for my free newsletter, my Infinite You newsletter. And I always will send something out about once a week unless I'm doing something super special. And then I will, email you a little bit more frequently, but I will not inundate your mailbox. So do not spend the next 7 years being polite to your old programming. Do not spend the next 7 years holding back, staying small. This is the new energy that is amazing. It will support you. So remember to spend your time being expansive, infinite, creative. You know who you are. You are a powerful co-creator of your reality. You are an energetic being more than anything else. You are always, always connected. If this video resonates with you, go ahead, hit subscribe, hit like. I am growing this channel. I am passionate about this, particularly in this new energy. And share this video with someone who may, benefit from it for sure. And leave me a comment. If you are ready, just say, I am ready. If you're ready to signal your body, your mind, your soul, your creativity to expand, to create more of what you want, go for it. I am with you. I will see you in the field, beautiful souls. Namaste.